Hello and welcome. What do we have here today? Another leak, it seems. Another leak, and this time, Rise of the Aspects. Now, this is just another Dragon Island leak, so that's gonna be funny. The story starts with the poster that is now banned on MMO Champion, of course. Always happens. Saying he learned this from a disgruntled senior level designer at Blizzard, who recently resigned. But it's his guildmate, and he told him and two other officers of this. Yeah, so let's go. The timeline explains that patch 9.2 will be released at the what was it? The end of February, and that the expansion will be revealed in the first half of March on a YouTube live stream, of all things. So let's see. What do we have in this leak? Note that I'm not really taking this one that seriously. I I took the one more seriously, though still doubts and all, but you will understand why soon. So, new continent, the Dragon Isles. Been there. 5 zone thematics for the different aspects. Main story in each zone are their return to power. Expectable. One zone is fully dedicated to endgame content, aka Suramar, and this is gonna be the thing with the Black Dragon flight, and it's gonna have some sort of what? Oh yeah, a massive old god temple, a la Stormsong Valley, but larger. And Zod did not die, and he's in the background. It's gonna come with a new PV system, layers, who are supposed to be the better version of Torghast, where you fight a boss and there's only few mobs, more focused on boss fighting than clearing whatever Torghast was supposed to be. And again, with a challenge mode for different cosmetics, Mage Tower-ish. Okay, it works. Now, here's where the leak gets bumped up. New class. Tinker. Now, for most of you people that have not been into this huge problem game in general, Tinker has been one of the most rumored classes ever. It's like the class that won't disappear, and I think even if it happens to be released as a class, it will still be part of every league. Yes, yeah, we know it's fake, and there's gonna be something more interesting after I'm done with reading about it. So it's gonna be a male class. Oh, exactly what we need, a new male class. How convenient, isn't it? With 2 specs, range DPS with turrets and other gimmicks, and a mecha suit for tanking. Funny thing, the OP posted the tanking spec after it was pointed out that he didn't mention anything. So yeah, people caught him in the lie-ish, and then that's it. But you know what? Let's continue with this story, shall we? So level cap increased to 70. Pardon. Yeah, it makes sense. All time walking zones become 1 to 60, logically. Partially old world revamp. Notable zones that are overall include Tanaris. Do people even go there? Twilight Highlands. These will have content related to max level, and players will visit them briefly during questing. The Infinite Dragonflight has a major presence in Tanaris. Gadgeon is updated. It's a larger quest hub now, but not as portrayed in Hearthstone. The cultists are once again a major player in the Twilight Highlands. Other zones such as Elwyn Forest, Durotar, Westfall, Duskwood remain the same but with improved graphics. Many old buildings have been updated to modern graphics. This includes Stormwind and Orgrimmar. Cross-faction endgame gameplay, raiding, dungeons, PvP, and other endgame content can be done in groups of both factions. Cannot be cross-faction grouped in war mode. Opposing faction cities are still hostile. Major professions overhaul. Large focus, multiple new developers recruited specifically for this, which really makes no sense why they would do that. So another point. But let's see what's the conclusion to Shadowlands with this. That's gonna be funny. Like at this point, we already know the jailer just eats himself. We eat him, and Jaina stands trial. She decides blah 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 whatever. Tyrande forgives her. She jumps into the mall to look for her evil lover, Nathanos, Blightcaller. Yeah, I mean we already got the end of the story, but let's see what's the conclusion in this leak. Using the forge of the first ones, the jailer successfully drains Azeroth, severely injuring the planet. The wounds that were sealed have re-emerged, and Azeroth is on the brink of dying. Again. I mean, though with this part, I wouldn't be that surprised. I don't expect Blizzard to not rehash old ideas in content like this, because this league was posted before the acquisition of before Activision Blizzard was bought by Microsoft. So, yeah. After Zovaal, the jailer, okay, has been defeated, the first ones, which are apparently 3, okay, appear in the cinematic, resetting Zovaal to his original deactivated form. He's not dead and will return in the future. The first one, okay. There will be an epilogue in the form of 9.2.5, featuring a short questline centered around Tyrande forgiving Sylvanas and Sylvanas looking for Nathanos. We already knew that before this leak. The patch will also include minor quality of life additions and time walking for BFA dungeons, including Mythic Plus and the Battle of Dazalor raid. Just called it 9.2.5. When the... Yeah, okay, no, fuck. Screw it. I go with this. Let's see. Anduin is saved, but will not be himself. As the heroes of Azeroth return, the Stormwind nobles are skeptical of their king, instead giving their loyalty to Turalyon. Which doesn't make much sense because he was from Lordaeron, but okay. Anduin will feel defeated and depressed about everything he did during his domination and will not fight it. Gang Grayman and Matthias Shaw is acting on Anduin's behalf to restore him to the throne. Tension in the alliance is growing. The Scarlet Crusade is significantly growing in power in the background. Turalyon plays a big part in this. Yes, because... Yeah, because the Scarlet Crusade is growing in power, yeah. Because our last mention of them just called them a brotherhood that just throws pamphlets and Tearsfall Glades or Elven Forest. Yeah, sure, they're growing in power, huh? It's not like the Scarlet Crusade has been the punching bag of World of Warcraft until today. It will probably be later on. There's still some remnants we can milk dry by defeating them and get rid of their leaders. Let's see. This is all managed to get notes. This is all I managed to get notes for. Everything was happening quickly, and we were not warned that they were going to spill the beans. Believe it, if you will. The reveal is just 2 months away. I mean, this can be tested in 2 months. Not that big of a wait time, honestly. But I doubt this so much. And the first leak was also had its own meh things. But this one just promises you Tinker while you're healing Azeroth's wounds again, but you're also helping the dragons reach their original form. This is just BFA, isn't it? This is like, yeah, we're gonna take BFA, but give you the Legion zones. And the way Legion was structured a little, I guess. Here, have this. Yeah, I'm not believing this one. The Tinker class is what just puts me over. Because to have a Tinker class is basically to kill engineering as a profession. Sort of. Anyway. Yeah, so I normally advise being skeptical about these things. And taking stuff with grains of salt. This isn't even a grain of salt that you need to take with. Just be so skeptical that you don't even believe it's possible. And if it is possible, and if it is true, good. If it's not, well, just don't be disappointed, because you ain't gonna be able to play your Tinker class for the 19 expansion in a row. Let's be honest, Tinker class is not coming. But hey. Oh yeah, let me read you an interesting part. So, a person on the forum complained that no new class, no new race, 5 total zones, and only a partial revamp. Yeah, I could buy it. It would be incredibly disappointing. The only optional saving grace is the cross-faction grouping, and it would have to be allowed in open world outside of instance content to actually be worth anything. Somebody responds to it. That is also banned. Interesting. I don't think he was banned when I looked first. He added a new spec right after you mentioned it, making this even more fake than it is. Also, they are all very similar, each expansion leak. Lol. Yeah. So, be skeptical. Don't get your hopes high for having your Tinker class. Because, in the end, it's gonna be the Dragon Isles. Most of the signs, a lot of them just point in that direction, you know? But don't expect your Tinker class to be available, man. Thanks for watching.